guys, Natasha Tessier here, owner of Dwell Realty and Design by EXP in Houston. Anything and everything to do with the city of Houston. I'm born and raised here, and I would love to get to know you, all of my watchers out there. I'd love for you to just comment below, tell me where you're from. Maybe you're thinking about moving to Texas, maybe not, maybe you live here already. Just introduce yourself. I'd love to get to know you. Today, I wanted to talk about the top 9 reasons to move to Conroe, Texas. Hi there, I'm Natasha Tessier. Welcome to my channel. If you want to be notified when I do a new video, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, like, share, all those good things. I'd love to get to know you better. Today, I wanted to talk about the top 9 reasons to move to Conroe, Texas. And for me, I live in Montgomery. Montgomery and Conroe are extremely similar. A little bit pros and cons to both, in my opinion. So I thought I'd go over Conroe today. It's been very popular, and I'm pulling up my notes here. It's been one of the top cities to move to in 2022. It was extremely busy and lots to talk about. So I'm going to start with number 9 and go all the way to number 1 with why I would move to Conroe, Texas and what is so great about it. So number 9 is going to be the small town feel that you have of Conroe. As you drive through downtown Conroe, you have kind of a main street, lots of investors going in there, lots of new restaurants and different things going in the town, and lots of festivals and things that I will talk about a little bit later, but you kind of have that small town feel, less traffic. So in the Woodlands, it's a lot of hustle bustle, a lot of traffic and a lot of people, a lot more amenities, but Conroe is like just right up the road. So it has kind of a smaller town charm feel to it. And I think the people tend to be a little bit more laid back and a little less, cityfied, if that's a word that we could use. The next thing that leads me kind of into number 8 is going to be the location. So as I said before, if you're looking at a map of Houston, all the major freeways created another suburb. And I was born and raised in the city of Houston. So, Katy was nothing when I used to teach in Katy, but even in the early 2000s, it was nothing like it is today. So I-10 created Katy, 290 created Cypress, going out to Austin, and 45 is the freeway that goes up through the Woodlands and through Conroe out to Willis, which is another great area growing that if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable and a little further out, we can chat about that too. But through Willis up to Dallas. And so that's how Conroe kind of came about to begin with, is just that major freeway coming out from the city of Houston all the way going up to Dallas. So very convenient. I would say 8 to 15 minutes, depending on where you are in Conroe, you can be in the Woodlands. The Woodlands will have everything you need. Hospitals, Costco. Actually, the Costco is kind of in between Woodlands and Conroe on 45. Restaurants, shopping, anything you would ever need. You really don't even need to go past the Woodlands unless you want to go to like Astros game or something big like that. Okay, so that's number 8. Number 7 is going to be Lake Conroe. So there are other lakes around Houston. There's Lake Houston and a few others. But if you look at Lake Conroe and just all the amenities that it has, it has a new Akashi sushi right on the water. It has Monty's Lighthouse that my kids love to go to. Starbucks, and there's boat clubs. We belong to a boat club for a couple $100s a month. Don't quote me on that. I don't pay, my husband pays that, but I think it's about $400, but we get to go on a boat anytime we want. We can take our kids surfing on the lake. So all that, and Lake Conroe is partially in Montgomery and partially in Conroe, and then even up into Willis. So it's kind of all 3 of those little suburbs surround the lake. But obviously the lake is super fun. There's tons of activities. My kids love to go out all summer, especially when it's so hot here. We can go bass fishing out there. We can go surfing. My son is on the bass fishing team, and several of the tournaments are on Lake Conroe. So we just go right here, go out and do the bass fishing tournaments. There's Margaritaville. There's all sorts of things out in Lake Conroe to entertain, and just having the lake. It's a really pretty lake with tons of trees, which leads me to number 6, which is the tall trees. So when you're looking at Houston, Cypress and Katy and all those areas do not have the tall trees. That kind of starts out north of Cypress, kind of Tomball, Magnolia, Montgomery, Woodlands, out to Conroe, and they are gorgeous tall trees. Even parts of Montgomery are a little bit hilly, and so the terrain, even out in Conroe, it's a little bit hilly off the loop and all that. Just really pretty area of Houston. When it's so hot in the summers, the trees definitely help with shading. You can see in my back window, there's huge trees here, so it's just really pretty, and the trees help keep kind of cooler when it's deadly hot in the summer. So I think it's probably the prettiest part of Houston. Again, that's my opinion. Lots of people probably have other opinions. Okay, so to number 5, all the things to do. Like I said before, the downtown is being completely revamped. It has a quaint kind of feel, and there's a lot of investors coming in and opening up new restaurants, new breweries. B52's is a fun brewery to go to. There's the Pacific Yard House just opened. I mean, it's getting totally revamped in downtown Conroe. And so you have a lot of cool restaurants and different things. You obviously have nice grocery stores. And then again, you're 10 minutes from the Woodlands down 45 if you need it. So I do love that there's a ton to do down there. There's all sorts of parks and playgrounds. And in Montgomery, they have the Montgomery County Wine Festival. They have the Conroe Catfish Festival. I mean, there's always stuff kind of going on. Lots and lots to do in downtown Conroe, and it just keeps growing and getting better and better. Okay, so number 4 is going to be the diversity in people and socioeconomic. I feel like you can get a house in Conroe for $200,000, and you can get a house on acreage over $1 million. You can be in like a new master plan community, which is like Grand Central, with all new construction, or you can be out on acreage, or you can go to the east side of Conroe and it's completely unrestricted, and do what you want there. So lots and lots of options as far as the living situation goes. The next part is the fact that it has new construction and a variety of homes to choose from. So like I was saying, like when people come and they want to look in the Woodlands, there's not really a lot of new construction left in the Woodlands. There are a few neighborhoods. Foster's Ridge is one that I can think of that does have new construction kind of on the outskirts of the Woodlands. But as far as like if you wanted to build a house, you can't really do that in the Woodlands. So Conroe has, like I said, Grand Central, and then they also have several other new neighborhoods as you go further out to Willis. There's Woodland Hills and all sorts of new construction out that way. A lot of them are lakefront neighborhoods, so they have boat ramps for the residents to use within the neighborhood, which is really cool. So if you want new construction or you want more land, again, Woodlands, you're not going to find acreage really in the Woodlands. So if you wanted to live on 5 acres, you could definitely do that in Conroe versus the Woodlands. So lots of variety when it comes to housing options. Okay, and number 2 is going to be the sense of community that I had, kind of what I was alluding to earlier. Just the people, they're really laid back, very welcoming. You don't really have to get dressed up to go anywhere. All walks of life, and just a very welcoming community. You'll see as you go downtown and as you go through different things, and if you were to go to like the Montgomery County Fair, which is in Montgomery side, but 5-10 minutes from Conroe, you're gonna find like you can sponsor a cook-off team, and they have chili cook-offs and wine festivals, and just always kind of small town feel going on. Lots of farmers markets and things like that. And so it does have that small town charm, but also the people there are also really good with a sense of community, which leads me to my last thing, which is the people and the community. So a lot of my families are looking for faith-based communities. They always ask me, are there churches nearby? What kind of environment? So there are so many churches out in this area of Conroe, Montgomery, and I promise you, you will find one that fits you, from traditional all the way to more contemporary, but just a lot of kind of that small town feel, faith-based feel. And so a lot of the people, just even in the grocery store, when my niece comes in from out of town, she lives on the East Coast, she's always like, why are they so nice? Because the people here, and that's really just most of the city, but I feel like it's more pronounced the further out you go, like Magnolia, Montgomery, Conroe. It's a very slower pace and very, very friendly people. So if you have any questions, email me, text me, call me. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to help you out. There's lots of other reasons in different areas. Like I said, I live in Montgomery. It's 10 minutes from Conroe. Different feels, pros and cons to both, but I would love to help you out anytime. If you have a question, comment, please leave it below, and I'd love to get to know you, and I hope that you have a blessed day.